Well, look who's here. You! How about that? Well now, what news do you have to report? So soon? Not a surprise, I suppose. We'll get to that later. No need to burden your little brain with it now. And Zedilian, since you're standing here, I assume you've succeeded. Or you're terribly confused, or really lacking in good judgment. Wonderful! Time for a celebration! Cheese for everyone! Wait! Scratch that! Cheese for no one. That can be just as much of a celebration if you don't like cheese, true? You've run a maze like a good little rat, but no cheese for you yet. Well, maybe a little. I've granted you a new spell, the ability to summon Haskell, my Chamberlain, to aid you in your travels. He knows a lot. More than he knows. In fact, give it a try. Summon our friend to you now. I'll wait.
Our Lord has granted you the power to summon me. How wonderful for me! When summoned, I can offer advice on your current endeavor. I imagine it's up to you what to do with my wisdom. Do try to use your power sparingly. I have duties to which I must attend, rather more important than shepherding you around, I'm sure.
Isn't that a hoot? I love it myself. Best part of being a Daedric prince, really. Go ahead, try it again. He loves it! Just one more time. At least! He's a sport.
Summoned again. My lord does so enjoy that, as is his prerogative. I'll assume you're done for now.
Good! You'll need all the help you can get if you're going to defeat Jiggalag and stop the Grey March. Oh, don't expect to summon dear Haskell anywhere but in the realm. He dislikes leaving my presence. I get that sometimes. The Daedric Prince of Order. Or biscuits. No, order. Yeah. And not in a good way. Bleak. Colorless. Dead. Boring. And not a fan of my work, I can tell you. Hates it. Hates me. A bit single-minded, if you take my meaning. You've seen his knights. Not the warm and cuddly sort. Not a bit of original thought in their lifeless husks. So, you're going to help me stop him. Again with the niggling little details. Hold your tongue, or I will. We'll get to that all in due time. For now, you've got other work to do. An event, a movement, an apocalypse of sorts. Happens every era, at the end of every era, which is to say, now. The Grey March comes and Jiggalag walks. Or runs. And never skips, sidles, or struts. And mostly he just destroys everything around him. Ask? Ask? I don't ask! I tell! This is my realm, remember? My creation, my place, my rules! Look at you! No concept of what you've stumbled into. No sense of place. You don't even really know where you are, do you? I suppose few really do, but that's beside the point. We're going to give you a taste of where you found yourself. You're going to learn. two halves, two rulers, two places. Meet and greet. Do what they will, so you know what they're about. The Duke of Mania and the Duchess of Dementia. Seek them out and let them show you what New Sheoth is. You might be surprised. Once you understand what my realm is, you might understand why it's important to keep it intact. And maybe you'll make some friends along the way. That's always nice. It's Jiggalag's time, and not a good time at all. You're going to help me stop it. First, though, you need to get your feet wet. I can't expect you to save the place if you don't even understand it. So speak to my dukes, learn about mania and dementia. Try not to die. Another Daedric prince. Not a nice one. I don't think any of the other princes like him, actually. I mean, Malakath is more popular at parties. And Malakath is not popular at parties. Seen them about, have you? Odd things. They've always been here, but they're not of here, if you take my meaning. You'll see those Knights of Order around them during the Grey March, drawn to them like flies to honey or rotting flesh. Ever wonder why flies like both? Best not to ask. The Duchess of Dementia. Ever wary, ever worried. A prisoner in her own house in a way, and a delightful conversationist, really. A bit harder to meet than Théoden. Consider making an appointment. The long-reigning Duke of Mania, a master of merriment, if you will. Or if you won't, I suspect it wouldn't matter to him. Ta, come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!
Welcome to the House of...
Ah, yes, there you are. You couldn't imagine how long I've been waiting for you. So little to do and so much time. Could you, in fact, imagine just how long I've been waiting? I don't think you could, but I might be wrong. I might also not care. Which is it? Don't I? I thought I did. But then I also thought that you would be heavier. Look at you. You're light as a chair. How do you walk around like that? It's all the same to me, either way. All of it. Nothing is right without the chalice. Have you ever used it? No, of course not. You simply must. You just have to try it. It'll change your world, expand your horizons. Contracting leads to expanding, you know. Well, most of the time. Oh, so you've heard of it? You haven't heard of it, yet you know its name? What a strange creature you are. One of my favorite toys. Does wonders for creativity. Well, not by itself, but it helps. Those elytra, clever little bugs that they are. Is this making sense? Look, you eat the feldew, Then use the chalice and find the world a much brighter and happier place. Honest. But I don't have it, so I can't eat Feldew, because that would just be bad. I mean, really bad. Damn her. We hold on to fleeting things, even as we slip. I knew, and yet I indulged myself anyway. I indulged her a fair bit, too. It was passion. It was forbidden. Oh, the things that would be said if word got out. That made it all the more delicious. From Dementia's own court, no less. Scandalous, fatal perhaps, but passion makes no accommodation for self-preservation. Don't you? If you don't, you might. You wouldn't fall for her, though. Not the type. Opposites repel, strangely enough. All that pleasure and pain locked away now, as if it never happened. Unfortunately, the chalice is locked away as well. I have no wish to retrieve it myself, but fetching it might do you some good. My head is positively throbbing now. Can you see it? I need to lie down. Find someone to tell you the rest of the story. Get the chalice.
Welcome to the House of Mania. The chalice is one of the Duke's prized possessions. He has been at a loss without it. Go.
Good day to you.
The Oriole do not waste.
Yes? Not my place to talk about it. You need to know, you talk to Wide-Eye.
Speak, sister. Speak, sister.
Yes? Well, look at you. A change for the better or for the worst? We'll have to see, won't we? I feel as though we've talked about this. Am I mistaken? Perhaps you're mistaken, and we have spoken of it. I simply can't recall. I could think so much more clearly if I had the chalice. The resonator sings its sweet song once more, promises of riches and fame, fulfilled with death and madness. How delightful. Goodbye. So long. See you soon. Or not.
Yes? Do you require assistance? Thetan has told you what he wants. Consider speaking with the others in his court, particularly his steward. Her ladyship is rather suspicious of all around her. Best for you to not question it and merely do what she requires of you. As my lord told you, it happens at the end of every era, and Jiggalag walks the realm. Few of the citizens can remember the last Grey March, or they choose not to. The Daedric Prince of Order, and the leader of the Grey March. As I'm sure my lord told you, Jiggalag has always been a threat to this realm. Yes, you'll find them throughout the Isles. Jiggalag's forces use them as conduits into the Isles. Sheogorath has tried to remove them, but they always return. While they cannot be destroyed, they can be rendered inert. The Hearts of Order found on Jiggalag's knights can be placed in the obelisks. Adding enough can cause the obelisk to become overloaded with power. I shall await further summons.
Yes? I'm Anya Herrick. I serve Lady Syl, and she allows me to remain protected within the House of Dementia. I'm so grateful to her. Thaden's problem, not mine. I hear that Errol is fed up with Brythar's antics. He really wants something done about it. Errol has a big problem with Brythar. I don't know exactly what the problem is, but it's safe to say Errol is making a huge fuss over it. Errol owns a magic shop in town called Errol's Mysteries. If you want to know more, I'd suggest you ask him yourself. Farewell. Stay safe.
What? Do you have business in the House of Dementia? Why would you come to me with Thaden's problems? You think I don't know what you've been tasked with? Why would I help my enemy? Why would you come to me with Thaden's problem? Take care.
Why do you approach the Duchess of Dementia? Do you seek death? You're the one the Mad God sent, aren't you? Then you're safe for now. Speak to no one unless I instruct you to. None of them can be trusted. Do you hear me? None! Surrounded by traitors and spies I am. Always, always. They watch and wait, eager to slip a knife into my spine when I'm not looking. That's exactly what they'd be expecting. They'll have replacements lined up, and then there could be even more of them surrounding me. No, too easy a fate for them. That's why you're going to help me. You're going to find them, force their hands, put them to the screws. You're going to find out who knows. You're going to learn who keeps secrets, who conspires against me. You will be my Grand Inquisitor. Expose the conspirators and they will be punished, I assure you. Find out who keeps secrets and what they are. Speak with Herdier. He will help you. Do you understand what is required of you? If no one is found, you will be held responsible. What do you want? The gatekeeper's been killed. This is only the first step. They'll be coming for me next. I'm listening. That will get you something. You.
I am... We'll see. That will get you something. You think I care for Thaden's toys? It matters not to me whether he suffers in agony or erases his mind with drugs. But if you insist, do you know the lengths of his depravity? How low he stoops to pursue his pathetic lifestyle? Feldew is a poison. It kills. And yet Thaden uses the chalice he created to twist Feldew into a drug he takes for his own amusement. How sick! If he was smart, he'd thank Sheogorath it's out of his hands now. And of course, he'd never risk himself traveling through Dunroot Burrow to get it. I've told you what I will. The chalice is a corruption. Feldew is a poison, not an amusement. You're better off leaving the chalice where it is. It's a poison. Plain and simple. It'll make you wish you were dead. And given enough time, you will be. The elytra in Dunroot Burrow. The ones that secrete it are immune, but they're the only ones. If the Feldew didn't kill you, the elytra would. You're better off just leaving the thing in the ruins above the burrow. Common Treasures is full of junk. That's all Tilsa Araleth collects. Farewell.